with that open recall, they do have the option of having taken it to the dealer and having the dealer replace it free of charge for them. And I gave him that option, but he doesn't. He says, I don't trust the dealer and I trust you. I want you to do it. So we'll take that as a compliment. We appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to HR Repair. Making sure my microphone is working. This is Hey Ray. Today we have a 2016 Ford F, as of the 250 model, 250 with the 6.7 power stroke. This thing has an issue where none of the steering wheel controls work. It has an airbag light on, and that all happened at the same time. So the customer put new steering wheel control buttons here and it didn't work. So my guess is the horn won't work either. Actually it does. Okay. I'm wondering if we have an issue with our clock spring. So we're going to go ahead and pull this thing inside and let's do a little checking to see if we need a new clock spring for this truck. That would be my guess, but that's just a guess. So stay tuned and we'll see if we can get this thing figured out together. Contact. Alright, let's hook up to our scan tool here. We'll go into live data. Let's open the window because it's a million degrees in here. Alright, scanner, Ford, automatic ID. Okay, alright. Let's just do a code scan and see if we've got anything here. Pre-scan, no. Alright. So, why is the airbag light on? We have driver frontal stage 1 deployment control circuit open. Okay, let's just, we've got control module, system internal failure. PATS system has an external trip switch open. Instrument panel control module has an external trip switch open. Steering wheel right switch pack, circuit voltage above threshold. Control module configuration incompatible. Interesting. Okay, so let's just come through here. We'll see if we can find anything here. Steering wheel control module. Data display. See what we get here. Okay, cruise set switch. No response whatsoever. Nothing. Okay. Speed control resume switch. Now that's working. Okay. So we may have that's odd. Cruise set switch. That is really odd. Okay, we might have something else going on here. And here is why we don't assume, because I assumed. Let's go back. Let's do another code scan. And I want to see what we have going on here. The codes that we've got. And I'm going to do a little bit of research on these codes because we may have a wiring problem. We'll go into service data and figure out what we've got. Alright, so Ford actually has an open recall on this thing. I'll show you guys this because if you're having problems with your airbag light coming on, you might want to check and make sure that yours doesn't have the open recall. Basically what happens is the airbag circuit disconnects and the airbag will not go off, which is what we're seeing here, along with a few other things, and I'm pretty sure that the clock spring is what's causing our issue. We have an open circuit on our airbag circuit, and the way we can tell is if we come in here, come on there. come back. Let's go to restraints, airbag. I was doing a little research on that and I seen that airbag recall. So let's just look here. Whoops, wrong one. Data display. Okay, so what we're looking for here is the driver frontal stage 1 deployment control should be around 2.5 to 4.08 ohms. It is open circuited at 65.54. Now I did try to move this thing back and forth and nothing changes. So I think what we've got is we've got an open in our circuit due to the clock spring. Now, I don't usually recommend throwing parts at anything, but the clock spring is 40 bucks and I can easily spend an hour trying to find the test the clock spring. And we know we have a problem with that anyway. So my distributor has it on hand, my dealer has it on hand. They're going to deliver it to my shop, and once we get it, we're going to put it in there and verify that everything works. Now, with that open recall, they do have the option of having taken it to the dealer and having the dealer replace it free of charge for them. And I gave him that option, but he doesn't. He says, I don't trust the dealer and I trust you. I want you to do it. So we'll take that as a compliment. We appreciate it, and we'll go ahead and get this thing in, get it replaced. I'll bring it back when we get it in. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. All right, so now we're going to get to changing this thing. We've got our new clock spring in. So 5.5 millimeter. Take 3 screws off of the bottom here. We're gonna have to get this whole shroud and everything off of here. Shroud, I call it a shroud. It's not really a shroud, it's steering column cover. I've got the thing on the lift because I want it up in the air to be able to turn this wheel. There's 3 of them, 3 of these down here, I think. Yep, right there. There's another one. But I want it up in the air so it makes the steering wheel easier to turn, because we will need to turn it. And always unhook your batteries. If you're working with the airbag, you should always unhook them. I don't know why, but for some reason Ford took something that they used to make real easily accessible and made it into an absolute pain on this style of steering wheel, because you have to used to be able to go in the side here and 2 little tabs is all that it took, but now you have to come on the back side here and kind of feel, because I can't see anything. So I'd love to show you guys, but I can't see anything myself. So we'll take a screwdriver back here, pry and pull, and see if we can get this thing off of here. There's a little spot to go into back here. Okay, I think that's it. Then we turn it here. And now my steering wheel is locked, which I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Okay, there's that one. This one over here, I don't know if I can get into this right here or not. I don't think my steering wheel will unlock without... Oh, it will. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so another one here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, what used to be real easy, because most of them have 2 little holes in the side here you could just go in without ever having to remove your steering column cover there, and it was nice and easy. But you know, can't leave it that way for too long. Let's make it as difficult as possible. So all right, we unplug this, then we'll unplug this one, and what we're wanting to get at is literally right back there. So then we take a T50. We'll take this, remove this bolt. And this thing should just slide right off of here. Now, we're not too concerned about the old clock spring, but we do want to be very cautious when we go in with the new clock spring. So I believe this is gonna need to be unplugged there, and then we've got 4 real small ones. Small ones. All right, I'm gonna go get those and I will be right back. Okay, while I was out, I also got our new clock spring. Now this one does have a device to keep it from moving. Wow. So we want to be careful with this, and this stays in here until we get our steering wheel reinstalled. And we can see this all looks the same. All right, so I didn't know what size we needed, so I just got them all. I believe it's going to be a T10. Looks like it. Get our impact here. Should be 4 of them holding this. We're not going to use our impact to reinstall, but you know, to get them out of here, we can use the impact. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, our new one goes in. Gently. Carefully. Being careful not to bend any of the tabs down there in the wrong direction. All right. You know, we've got lighting here. Why don't we use it? Because I don't have a place to put it. That's why. Maybe I do. Okay. All right. So now let's get this on here. And this does not need to be very tight. That's basically just a pinky click there. Torque spec is pinky click. Now let's come over here. Click. Click. Come on. Click. Okay. Now let's hook that up and put our steering wheel back on. Yes. Thought for a little bit that I might have had this thing installed incorrectly, but we do not. We have verified. We are indeed straight ahead. Can I put this in now, or do I need to put it in later? I think we can put it in now. Okay. Cautiously, we will reinstall. Now, we do need Loctite to put on this bolt because I don't want this thing coming out. And neither does the customer. Okay, Loctite is on. Run this thing down. Couple of ugga-duggas. Get that torque down, and then we'll get this thing put back together here. Now, we should be able to just pull this one out. Since we've got everything on there, That just pulls right out of there. Now this comes in here like this. Then we should be able to pop our airbag back on here without any trouble. Now these go back together a lot easier than they came apart. But, I mean, it wasn't terrible coming apart, but it's just not as easy as what the old ones were. And I'm a fan of easy. Okay, let's go here. Tighten this or pop this in here. I know you guys can't see the back side here. I'll show you guys here. All right, so back here, this red piece here, got to kind of bend that out, and there's a little tab you got to pry out, and that pulls right apart. And then here you have two tabs you push in on each side, and that pops right out. This one has a tab right there. Now this, what we were prying in earlier, was coming in from the back side. If you see my finger right there, and we were prying this over, and that comes right back out. But now going in, we should be able to just pop that right back in there. So let me get this all situated. Come on there. There we go. Now, before we do anything, before we put everything back together, I'm going to hook up the batteries. We're going to make sure that the horn works and everything works, because if I need to take it back apart again, now's the time to do it. Not after we put everything back together. So, I'll hook up the batteries. And always unhook the ground wire. Do not unhook the positive. Always unhook the ground wire. One battery hooked up. Hey, we have lights here. Does that mean horn works? What do we have? We have volume. We have presets. We can scroll through our menu again. I like it. Fixes confirmed. All right. So now we're ready to put this back on. Come on. You get your tail end back in here. Think. Actually, we might put that on later. Pop these back together. Got like a hinge on the back side here. Oh, you dummy. There's that one. Boy, I'm on the struggle bus over here. Alright. Now, pop that back in. Ooh, nice. That went in a lot easier than I expected. Okay, now, let's bring the steering wheel up. Put our bolts in the bottom. And this truck is ready to go. My fat fingers can't hardly get them out of the cup holder here. We will use our impact for this one. Won't tighten them all right away until we get them all started. Man, I can't find the hole. Where's the last hole? There it is. Okay. Tight. Okay. Our airbag light goes off. Yep. All right. We've changed the oil, so we can go through there and change that now. So let's reset that. Well, I set the new. Everything's working. Yes. Okay. What is our other warnings here? Low tire pressure. probably because of that. Okay, so we're gonna go through all that, but that's gonna do that off camera. And all right, so I think we are finished here. I do want to thank my customer for trusting me to the point that he's willing to pay me to do all this. I feel honored. I don't say that to brag, but he is a very good customer of mine, and I try to take care of him as well as I do all of my customers. Words, I can't talk. But I do want to thank him for trusting me with this. Also, he never told me to say this, but if you're in the area, look up Oka Prairie Landscapes. They do good work. So I think we're done here. We came here to do what we set out to do. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. And if you've got problems like this, check on the open recall for your truck. Call your dealer and see if they will do a recall on that, if it has not been performed yet. So, very good possibility you have the same problem that he did. But I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Again, have yourselves a wonderful day. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye!